Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Modularity by PageDo, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We have all lines are teal 3 modular lines. And along each 3 modular line, every set of consecutive 3 digits contains one digit from the set of 147, which is 1 modulo 3, one from 258, which is 2 modulo 3, and one from 369, which is 0 modulo 3. That's why these are called modular lines. And he's making this distinctive, the setter is making this distinctive that this is a 3 modular line, because you could actually have other types of modular lines available, but typical one is usually modulo 3 as lines, because you can easily divide them into sets, and that makes it kind of easy, or not easy, but it basically lends a balance through the puzzle, I guess. I don't know. So as an example, say you could have something like along this line, you have a 6, a 5, a 1, and a 6. And for any 3 adjacent or consecutive digits along these modular lines, 1 is from 1 modulo 3, which is the 1. 1 is from 2 modulo 3, which is the 5. And 1 is from 0 modulo 3, which is the 6. And the same case here for this set of 3 digits. So that's an example of how modular lines work. We have also digits and cells joined by an X sum to 10. Digits and cells joined by a V sum to 5. So for example, if say this were a 4, this would have to be a 1, because these two digits must add up to 5. If you say you had a 3 here, this would have to be 7, because these two digits must add up to 10 because there's an X in between them. We also have digits in cells joined by a white dot are consecutive, and digits in cells joined by a black dot are in a 1:2 ratio. And not all X's, V's, or dots are necessarily given. So, for example, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be 5 or 7 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. If this digit was a 4, this would have to be a 2 or an 8 to maintain the 1:2 ratio between them. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. For 2 digits adding up to 5, you either have 1, 4 or 2, 3. 1 and 4 are the same modular set, so they can never be consecutive with each other on a modular line. So this has to be a 2-3 pair. Therefore, this is not 2 or 3. It has to be 1 and 4 to add up to 5 here, because if it's 2 and 3, this 2 and 3 eliminates 2, 3 as a possibility for this cell. So if this is 1, this would be 4. If this is 4, this would be 1. So either way, this is 1 and 4. So let's mark these as certain modulars. I'm going to use red for 1 modulo 3, yellow for 2 modulo 3, and blue for 0 modulo 3. So these are guaranteed to be red. These are 2 distinct different digits, so this must be 2 and 3. Right? Because they cannot be consecutive with each other if they were 1 and 4. So this must be 2 and 3 as a pair. Well, if 3 were in a 1 to 2 ratio, it would be with 6 specifically. But then they cannot be consecutive with each other because they're both from the set 0 modulo 3. So this can't be 3, this is 2, which makes this 3, which makes this 6. These two digits must add up to 10, so this is 4, which is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2. So 3 is 0 modulo 3, 2 is 2 modulo 3, 4 is 1 modulo 3, and 6 is 0 modulo 3. Let's see. This digit, so these two digits are, one is 2 modulo 3 and one is 0 modulo 3, which means these digits must be 1 modulo 3. So we have 1 modulo 3, 1 modulo 3, 1 modulo 3. So this cannot be, this is not 3 and 7 to add up to 10. So this has to be 1 or 4 with 6 or 9. So this is 0 modulo 3, which means this is 0 modulo 3 to be, because every third digit is going to be the same set. And the reason why you know that is these are going to be 3 distinctly different sets. For the next set of 3 digits, you're keeping these 2 sets, but you're missing that set there. So this set must be added for this cell here. So therefore, this is also 0 modulo 3, and it cannot be 3 or 6. Therefore, this is 9. That's consecutive with only 8. So this is 8, and it's 2 modulo 3. This can't be 8, 9 adding up together. It cannot be cannot be 1, 9 or 2, 8 added together. It can't be 4, 6, so this must be 3, 7 as a pair. Well, this is red here, so these two can't be red, so this must be red here. So this is 7, and this is 3, which is 0 modulo 3. One of these is red, one of these is yellow. So we have 3 reds in this lower right-hand box. We have 3 blues, so that forces this to be a yellow. And this must be yellow because we have red and blue in this set of 3, so this must be yellow. So this must be 2 or 5 to be consecutive with 1 or 4. These digits add up to... this has to be 7 because we have a 1-4 pair in the column. These add up to 10. These add up to 10. There's no 4, 6 available here, and this one cannot be 1 and 9 because of the 1-4 pair in the box. So this is either 2, 8 or 3, 7, and 7 can't be here, so this can't be 3 then correspondingly. This is also 5 next to each other, and this must be a 2, 3 pair, which leaves 1 mod 3 remaining as these digits, so this must be 1 and 4 as a pair. This cannot be 2 or 3 because of the 2, 3 pair in the column, so this must be 8, which makes this 2. This can't be 2 because of the 2 in the box, so this is 5, which is consecutive with 4. 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 1, which eliminates 4 here, so this is 4 and 6. These are both yellow. Neither of these can be yellow now, because 5 cannot be next to an X, because it would have to add up with 5 to add up to 10. So where is the yellow on in the set of 3? It has to be here. So this is yellow. It has to be 5 or 8 here. This cannot be 4 and 6. It's 1, 9 or 3, 7. We're not sure which. This cannot be... These can't be 5. Where is 5 in this lower right-hand box? It must be here. So this is 5, and this is the yellow, which forces this to be red. So that's 1. And then this is 2. Okay. These two digits add up to 10. They cannot be yellow, Neither of them could be yellow because of the 2 and 8 in the column. So therefore, whereas the yellow in this set of 3, it must be here. Whereas the yellow in this set of 3, it must be here. So this is a 5-8 pair. Remaining digits. This is 8, so this is yellow. So this must not be yellow. This must be blue. This is yellow. This is blue. This is yellow. And this must be blue. So this has to be 3. This is 2. This leaves this as 5. And this is 6 or 9 here. So we have 6 or 9 and 6 or 9 here. Remaining digits in row 7 are 1, 3, 7, and 9. Okay. This cannot be 1, 9, or 4, 6, or 2, 8, so this must be 3 and 7. 7 cannot be here because of 7 in the row. So this is 3, which makes this 7. Therefore, this is blue, and this is red. We cannot have a red anymore in column 8. We can't have a yellow. Actually, all 3 of the remaining digits in column 9 are red. Because we have 3 blues and 3 yellows. So these are all red. Since these are red, these can't be red, and therefore this must be red here. This must be red here. This is a 1-7 pair. Because you can't have 4. So therefore this 1-7 pair eliminates 1 and 7 here. This is 3 and 9. These 2 digits add up to 10. So 3 would be with 7, 9 would be with 1. So this can't be 3 or 9. Therefore this is guaranteed to be 1 or 7 and is red. So none of these can be red. This is red. This is red. Must be blue and yellow. This adds up to 10. Cannot be 1 and 4, so it's either 2, 8, or 3, 7. But this can't be 3, which means this can't be 7. Okay. And these have to be the same set, because we have 1, 2, 3 here, and this is 1, 2, 3, so this must be the same set, which means this must be 2 and 8. So these are both yellow. Which means this is not 1 or 4, so this has to be 7. The 7's consecutive with 6 or 8, but it cannot be 8 because of the 2-8 pair in the row. So this must be 6 and is blue. And these two must be blue because we have 3 yellows and 3 reds in row 1. So therefore this must be blue. And it's 9 as the remaining digits, and therefore the remaining digits in the central box must be in the yellow set. So that means this is yellow because, again, these 3 away, every third digit away from a set is the same set. So this is yellow, this is yellow. These have to be a 5-8 pair. This must be blue and yellow in some combination, but the yellow here cannot be 2. Where is the yellow? Where is the 2 then possible in row 5? It has to be here. So this is 2. This can't be 2 or 8, so this is 5. 5 consecutive with only 4 or 6. So this is yellow. That makes this blue. So we have 3 blues in row 8, so none of these can be blue. Therefore, both of these have to be blue. And this is therefore not blue. This can't be 6 then because of the 6-9 pair. We don't have any more 6s available in row 8. So this is 4 and is red. This is 6 or 9. This is a 1-to-2 ratio. It cannot have 2 or 4. It has to be a 3-6 pair. And this can't be 3 because of 3 in the row, so this must be 6, which makes that 3. These are both blue. We have 3 blues in column 1. So that eliminates blue in the rest of the column. This can't be blue. This must be red, which forces this to be blue here, which forces this to be red here. So this is not 3 or 9. It's 1 or 7. This can't be 1 or 7. It's 3 or 9. This is blue. This cannot be yellow, but we need another yellow in column 6. So this must be yellow here. Therefore, that forces this to be blue here, which forces this to be red here. We have 3 reds here. This has to be the last blue. This makes this the last yellow. And this is 9 and 8, so that works. This can't be 9 or 6, so this is 3. 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 3 and 2. Therefore, this is blue, and this is yellow. We have 3 blues in this upper central box, so this can't be blue. This must be red. We also have 3 yellows. That's the reason why that's red. So this is 1, 4 as a pair. We have 3 blues and 3 yellows in column 4, so this must be red. And it has to be 7. Therefore, that makes this yellow and is 8. We have 3 blues and 3 reds in this lower left-hand box. That leaves this as a yellow and is 2. These 2 digits add up to 10. Cannot be 2 or 3, so that eliminates 2, 8, and 3, 7. So it's either 1, 9 or 4, 6. If it's 1, 9, this is 1 and 9. If it's 4 and 6, either of these could be 4 or 6. Either way, this is 1 or 4. One of these is 1 or 4. That eliminates 1 and 4 in the rest of the column, so this can't be 1. This is 7, which makes this 1, which makes this 7. This cannot be 3 in a 1 to 2 ratio. This 3 actually eliminates 3 here, so this is 1 and 9. Okay, so that's already done. This is 7 and 3. This can't be 3 or 6, so this is 9. This can't be 9, so that's 6, which means eliminates 6 here, so that's 9. It forces this to be 6 there, and this to be 3. 9 eliminates 9 here, so that's 6. This is a 1 to 2 ratio. And you cannot have a 6 or 2 there. That eliminates 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6. So that leaves us with 4 and 8. That eliminates this 8 cannot be 8 because of 8 in the box. So this is 4, which makes this 8. So this is red, and this is yellow. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 5, which eliminates 5 here. So it's 8, which eliminates 8 here, so it's 5. We have 3 yellows and 3 blues in column 2. That leaves just reds in the rest of the column. That means since this is red and this is blue, this must be yellow. Since this is red and this is yellow, this must be blue. So this has to be 6 or 9, and this must be 1 or 4, which makes this a red. We have 3 yellows and 3 reds in this left central box, so that leaves a blue here. So that means this can't be 3 or 6. This is 9. That means this can't be 9. This is 6 and 4. 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 1 and 4, which eliminates 4 here, so that's 1. This is 7 as the last remaining red digit in that box. This is 5. This is 1. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 7 and 1. Okay. What else do we have? We have a 1 remaining in row 6, and it's red, which means we have all the reds in this right central box. This has to be 4. This can't be red. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 5, which makes this a 6 and is blue. Remaining digits are 8 and 9 in row 5. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the column. So this is 9, that's 8. Therefore, this is blue, and this is yellow. That leaves the remaining digit in column 7 as a blue, because we have 3 of the other colors. That leaves this digit as yellow. And this 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 2 and 8, which forces this to be 2. This can't be 5, so that's 8, which makes this a 5. This can't be 4 or 7, so it's 1, which means this is 4, and this is 9. And that's a solution to this puzzle. Fairly straightforward. Yeah, we just used a lot of the V's, with these having to be different modular sets, forcing this not to be 1, 4. So this had to be 2, 3 a lot. So that was pretty easy way of going about it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.